Hello, guys. Welcome back. I want to talk about 2023 and marriage in 2023, right? All right. People who got married back in the days, prior to 2023, they're more fortunate than now, right? When I look at marriage in 2023, there's no point in getting married in 2023. Back in the days, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, yeah, because moral standards is totally different from what it is right now, right? In the age of no fault divorces, right? That means people could file for divorce for any reasons. They don't have to have a good reason. Prior to no fault divorces, they have to have a legitimate reason, like their spouse is cheating on them. They're abusive. They're violent, right? Right. But in the age of no fault divorces, it's basically giving free range to anything for filing divorces. There's no sanctity. There's no it's not sacred anymore, right? This is allowed anybody to marry each other, right? So so I think that once you divorce, right? Once you divorce, and when you go through the pain of divorces, you should already learn from that pain of getting divorces. What does pain do? What do pain do in life? Pain makes you learn. Suffering, what does suffering do? Suffering is pain. Suffer makes you learn, right? You learn from your pain. You learn from your mistake, right? You touch a hot stove. What do you feel? You feel pain, right? Unfortunately, some men out there, they feel the pain and they still believe that it's worth going through the pain again. Right? And what does that mean? That means if you keep touching the hot stove and you don't learn from touching the hot stove, you still feel the pain, but you keep touching the hot stove, right? You're crazy, basically. Right? Why do you keep touching the hot stove? Don't you learn from your mistakes? Why do you keep telling that? Why do you keep touching the hot stove? Right? Don't you feel that pain? Don't you learn from that pain? Guys who don't understand that, I don't know what to say for you. I mean, a divorce is very painful to a guy, right? You're going through suffering. You're going through hell right now when you go through a divorce, right? The system is totally up against you. You most likely get everything taken away. Your life is destroyed. You got to build your life back up. You gotta grow stronger. That's what you go through pain. When you go through pain, you gotta be stronger and better. When you recover from your pain, right? What happened when you prune a right? When you prune a plant, right? When you cut out the plant grows stronger. If you cut out the limb again, it grow thicker, right? It grows stronger and thicker every time you prune a plant, right? Same goes with people, right? Same goes with men. Same goes with human beings, right? When they go through pain, they learn from the mistake and they become stronger, right? If you don't learn from a mistake and you keep doing a mistake, what does that mean? That means you're a weak person. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes so you can be stronger and better. If you don't learn from your mistakes, how can you be a better person, right? When you go to, for example, if a guy goes to first marriages, right, without a prenuptial agreement, and he divorces, right, he goes through some tremendous pain, right? To avoid that pain again, if he still favor marriages, right? If you still favor marriage, what do? What do you learn from your mistake? If you want to get married again, you bring in a prenuptial agreement, right? I know prenuptial agreement doesn't hold anymore. In some cases, in court, they get thrown out. But I'm just saying, I'm using it as an example. You bring it, a man learned from his pain, so he bring a prenuptial agreement, right? Because he don't want to be dealt with the same kind of BS that he did in his first marriages, right? And then if the woman's inclined to agree on it, he signed a prenuptial agreement, right? And then if that marriage doesn't work, what happened, right? What happened? If he's crazy enough to get married again, right? What do? He find a woman that's better. He have more ironclad prenuptial agreement, right? He have a better attorney. He could relocate all his assets. Don't tell his wife anything, right? And then if you go through that, if that marriage doesn't work, then for the third time, well, I don't know why you get married for a third time for. He have another plan, right? All this stuff could be avoided if you don't marry at all, right? If you've learned from his first marriage and just decide to date his whole entire life, right? That's the best result. I mean, that's the best determination I could take if the guy wanna be in another relationship and he don't learn from his mistakes, right? But if a guy, if he's in a marriage right now and he went through divorce, his best, I think the best that I don't think it's a definite solution. I think is that is better off just for the guy just to be in a relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend, don't get married at all, right? That's the only way to learn from your mistakes, right? For a guy to have these idea that there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you want to get married for a third, fourth time and think that's the reason and think will be differently, that's your prerogative, man. I have nothing against that. But for me, as my perspective, if I get married and I get divorced again, that's it. I'm gonna learn from my first marriage, right? From there on, I learned how the system works against you. I learned how women work against you, right? So I probably won't get married again. I'll probably just hook up, and just be in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. That's it, right? We could still be in a relationship, but we don't have to bring in the government into this, right? You should learn from your mistake. A divorce is a mistake that you should learn from as a man, right? But for men that doesn't get married right now, who isn't married, you're supposed to learn from these guys who got married, right? And you're supposed to make the determinations, these problems, and you should learn from other guys' mistakes. Don't try to say, "Oh, I'm gonna be a better person." You learn from the guy. Learn from his mistake. If you're a man who believe in marriage and want to get married, you better lawyer up, get yourself a good lawyer. Get a prenup and all this stuff. Learn from the other guy's mistake, right? Hide all your assets. Don't put all your assets in your name, like that one soccer guy did. He did a smart thing. He put all his assets under his mother name, his mom name, right? Have your asset under your, do the same thing, but instead of your mom name, have your asset in one of your family members that you trust, like your brother or sister, so your wife won't take anything from you, right? That's one solution you could take. Have all your asset in one of your relative name instead of your wife's name. If you know this person might be shady, but if you think she's a shady person, why would you marry that person anyway, right? But that's what marriage is. Marriage, right? To me, is more of a trial and run. You're supposed to learn from it. If it doesn't work out, that's supposed to be a lesson for you, right? If you hadn't got divorced yet, I'm cross your fingers. If you're in a marriage right now and you haven't divorced, have not been in any divorce, right? I'm praying for you. I'm hoping for you that you don't divorce. But like everything else, nothing lasts forever. Not even marriage, because people change. Even the diehard Christian out there, most of the marriage rate, right? Most of the divorces are Christian, right? Christians have one of the highest percentage of divorce rates out there. And they're true Christians, right? They have and if you're a Christian, you have all these divorces. Like, I don't understand that. How does that work out? Like, I'm still questioning that. But anyway, Christians have the highest divorce rate out there, right? So just because you have the faith of being a godly person, that doesn't exclude you from divorce, right? Remember King James, right? The reason why he sanctioned the writing of the Bible is because he wanted to divorce from his wife. That was one of the main reasons why he sanctioned the Bible to be written. He don't want to be married to the same person. Right? Just because you're a Christian, that doesn't mean divorce is out of your range. Right? Marriage don't last forever. And for those marriages that does last forever, I applaud you. Right? I really applaud you. I don't look down on marriage that lasts forever. The marriage the one marriage that stick together till death do you part. Right? I applaud you. I admire that. But unfortunately, those aren't the mass populations in 2023 right now. Right? It's sad to say. It's very sad to say, right? It's little between and far in between and little in the middle, whatever that whole line was. It's very small, right? Well, those married that do last, they're usually old couples. They're usually old couples because the old couples realize that without each other they can't survive. Right at their age, like there's no point. They have the rationality, the clairvoyancy to think out that I'm at my old age. Who's gonna take care of me? Right? If I divorce at this old age, like what's the point? We're already who's gonna marry me at this age? You know. So they thought it's a better idea just to stick it out. You know, but yeah, it's 2023. Marriage has changed, right? If you are unfortunate enough to divorce, you learn from your divorce. I was never married, so I can't say much, but I do learn from other people's mistakes. I'm hearing stories here and there, right? It's not wrong to listen to other people's stories and learn from their mistakes. Right? Learn from older men. Older men who've been through divorce that tells you one thing. Right? That tells you this is this. You have to take this to watch yourself. Some guys out there who've been through divorces, they still believe they still believe to get married, and I don't suggest that, but that's their prerogative. I mean, if they want to get married, that's on them. I don't frown on people. That's their life decision. Who am I to tell them what to do? But I'm just giving you information, right? Especially the young cats. If you still believe in the sanctity of marriage, this is what you do. This is all the steps you have to take. Because people lives changes. Most of the marriages out there are initiated by lust. They don't control their need to. They don't control their urges. Right? They're just being lustful and want that person for themselves. That's a selfish reason to marry a person because you want that person all to yourself. That's very selfish. But anyway, that's 2023. That's marriage how it goes. And if you went through a divorce, you should learn from your divorce and take the precautionary step to prevent all these nasty stuff from happening. Find yourself a good lawyer. Don't find yourself one of those lawyers that just leech off of you, right? And if you want a profession right now in 2023, the best profession is a lawyer, a divorce lawyer, because those are endless, right? You will always find a clients. There will always be clients divorcing left to right. But that is marriage in a box, in my opinion, in 2023 when it comes to divorce, right? It doesn't last forever. And if your marriage fail, make sure you take all the precautionary measures, right? All the solutions, right? Because this is the reality that we're living in. Right? People are just marrying each other and just divorcing left to right. Right? Fortunately, guys are learning from that. But let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe.